Hey everyone, it's Gail Banks with Gail Banks Creates. Welcome to my channel. I want to thank all of my new and existing subscribers. I so appreciate each and every one of you. Guys, I'm coming on today because I was challenged by LadyKre, who is FunKREations here on YouTube. I'll leave a link to her YouTube channel below. LadyKre reaches out to several of us crafters and gives us challenges to do. So my challenge this time was to create 5 Slimline handmade cards using my new Picket fence. And if you guys watch my channel, I did a Picket fence haul, and Picket fence still has 75% off site-wide, so you may want to go over and check them out. And I had bought a brick stencil, and I had to use that, stamp the insides, create the envelopes for all 5 of the Slimline cards. I had to create 2 packs of 4 embellishments with a topper, create 1 handmade purse, and fill it with some crafty goodies. Now the catch was I could only use purple, navy blue, white, and silver accents. And I want to tell you guys, I read this challenge several times, and I got a little carried away with my silver accents, but I don't think she's going to hold it against me. So let me share with you what I used to create my make. So guys, I had some white glitter. I had like a half a sheet, I think it was a full sheet. This is all I have left, and I think it came from Recollections. I used some of these outlet jimmies. These purple flowers from Recollections. These blue came from Hobby Lobby, and they're Prima flowers. I used some stickles. What color is that? Crystal. Let me just sit that over there. Here's the brick stencil from Picket Fence Studios. I used a die out of this scrapbook.com snowflakes. I used that one. I used some sentiments out of this Seasons Greetings Christmas sentiment dies from Diamond Press. What else I got? I got quite a bit of stuff here. I used this Christmas snowflake embossing folder from Diamond Press. For my bag topper, I used this Lori Whitlock called Treat Bag Topper. And I think we all have that one in our stash. I did some embossing, and I used this embossing folder called Nordic Noel from Spellbinders. And as you can see, it's the July one. So it was something I just recently received because I am a part of their embossing folder of the month club. This Joy Reef stamp die set, I only used, this is what I used right here for the inside of my cards. I used the stamps. I've used this Christmas ornament dies from Diamond Press. Here is my Slimline dies I use from Picket Fence Studios. And what is this called? It's just 4 large nested Slimline dies. I thought it had a name. Well, but this is what I used because that was a requirement. I had to use that. For my purse die, I used this Anna Griffin Luxury Status purse die. And let me pull out all the papers I use. Let me move this out the way. Put it back here in this bucket I have. Okay, so I used this Spellbinders to create my card bases. It's called Cosmic Sky, and as you can see, that's all I have left. Out of this Spellbinders pop-up foam glitter, I used the white. There's some white in here. I used some of this, who is this? Tonic Classic Card Navy Blue. This Park Lane Specialty Core paper. I used this glitter right here. I used some purple paper from Recollections out of my stash. I used this purple paper that I found in my stash from Tonic, and it's called Lilac Waves. And as you can see, it's got like a pattern on it. And this is something I just recently picked up from an Ollie's. And as you can see, I had an Ollie's haul on my channel. It's this Blues by Colorbach, $1.99. So I use quite a bit of things to create my project. So I'm going to start with my embellishments and bag toppers. Oh, these are some little wooden pieces I had in my stash. And I just took some markers and colored them. So I tried to color them to match the theme that I had to use. So here's that bag topper. Oh, and what I did with that embossing folder from Diamond Press was I embossed my bag topper. You can see. And this is just some paper that I had in my stash. So this is the flower from Prima. Here are my 4 embellishments. I made little ornaments from that Diamond Press ornament die. This is where I used the white glitter pop-up foam from Spellbinders. And this is where I used that silver glitter from Parkland. And it comes in 2 pieces. And what I did was for this background here, I just popped it up 3 times so it could be a little bit more substantial. And then with the bag topper, you just have this here that I took some glitter. So like I said, I was say accents. I think it's an accent to do my bag topper. So that's the first embellishment I created. My second embellishment is right here. And I did sentiment embellishments because you always need sentiments for your cards. So I did the purple paper, which was just 65-pound paper from Recollections. I embossed it with that Diamond Press here. You can see it there. There's just a little wooden piece, and I took a purple marker, even though those look purple, but it was purple on the marker. Here's the flower, and I just had a little purple gem in my stash, and I took the gem that was in the flower out and replaced it with what I wanted. So here are my sentiment dies. Merry Christmas and Season's Greetings. And the background, the shadow, I did pop that up a few times. And as you can see, this is where I use some of that Tonic paper. And here is where I use some of that glitter from Parkland. I think it came out really cute. And who can't use sentiment for their cards? So for my actual cards, I had to create 5 Slimline. Oh, and I did not have a particular theme. I could do anything that I wanted. I chose Christmas because 1, I like crafting Christmas, and 2, when I started this project, it was July, and it was Christmas in July. So let me share with you first. Here's the envelope. I just used some blue paper out of my stash and created an envelope. And yes, the card fits perfect in the envelope. But let's talk about the card. Let me move that out the way. So the purple first ink I used was Villainous Potion from Tim Holtz Ranger Distress Oxides. When this challenge was first brought to me, I didn't know what I wanted to create. I know I wanted to do Christmas, but I didn't know what. So of course I went searching on Pinterest for some inspiration, and I saw something similar to Pinterest with the lamppost light and a wreath around it. So what I did was went to my Cricut design space, and I found some images of the lamppost as well as the wreath and the bow. So let me give you a closer look. Happy Holidays. I just typed that out on my computer. Here's where I use that Nordic embossing folder from Spellbinders. The card base is the paper that I used from Spellbinders, and the dies from Picket are here. I did a silver layer, and then this is the second one that I embossed and cut out. The lamppost, as I said, came from Cricut Design Space, as well as the wreath and the bow, and I cut that out in some silver foil paper, and that's purple. Here's where I used that Crystal Stickles, and here is my brick pattern that I had to use. So I think I did pretty good. And on the inside, I used another one of those dies from Picket Fence, and this is the stamp from Diamond Press, wishing you the wonder, peace, and joy of the season. And it's stamped in Villainous Potion. So that is my Slimline card, and I had to create 5, and they're all the same, and I didn't want to just open up the cards and show you, but that's card number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. So guys, I have one more thing I had to create. Let me move this out the way. And it was a purse. And you had to fill that purse with goodies. So here's the purse die from Anna Griffin. Here's where I used the snowflake die from scrapbook.com. And this is where I used that little white glitter that I had in my stash. And this is just some jimmies that I had. So that's the front. Oh, and the paper is that wavy lilac from Tonic. Oops, sorry, the light got dark. That wavy from Tonic. The back looks the exact same. And I filled it with some enamel dots and some little Hello Kitty socks and some die cut from Hobby Lobby. And then the tissue paper I used, in keeping with the theme of Christmas and the silver, that's what all our frame. That's what the tissue paper looks like. It's like little silver stars and everything. So guys, that was my challenge from LadyKre, who is FunKREations, Color Pop, which I had to use purple, navy blue, white, and hints of silver. Those were the only colors that I was allowed to use. And I knew I wanted to do Christmas, so I had to really think outside of the box how I was going to get that accomplished. And I want to say, I think, and sorry for the glare, I think I accomplished the challenge. And I want to say, LadyKre, I want to give a shout out to you. I love you, girl, and I appreciate you. The Lord sends people into our lives, and you never know what type of impact that they are going to have. And she has had a tremendous impact on me. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Why don't you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification to be notified of new video uploads. Leave a comment below. I will respond to my comments. Again, I'm going to leave a link to LadyKre, who is FunKREations here on YouTube's YouTube channel below, as well as a link to her website, because she does have a small business and you should go over and show her love and support. I want you guys to continue to take care of one another, continue to be safe, and I will definitely see you in the next one. Bye.